them to Hot Topic to buy clothes. This tells you how small Kato is. They put him in a woman's jeans, size 1, and they were baggy in the butt. So Kato is little. But, so anyway, I got up to tell them goodbye, and one of the things I said, thank you so much for being the person that you are. I said, I've had the honor and the privilege of meeting a lot of Japanese creators and animators, and I said, thank you. I said, those people have not been very nice to me, and I said, I was very worried about meeting you because I was worried that would affect how much I love this show. And I said, thank you for being more than who I hoped you would be. And he smiled, and because they had asked me earlier what other Japanese guests I'd met. They were interested to see who had been ugly. And they were all production people. They were animators and directors and stuff like that. And he smiled that next morning when I said that, and he said, there's a difference between production and artist. And he was saying, like, I'm an artist. I'm not, I'm not a deadline person. I'm not. It was really neat. I never forget that he said that. And luckily that he was actually what kind of renewed my faith in a lot of the Japanese creators. And so luckily, the next person I would meet from Japan would be Nabishin. Who could hate Nabishin ever? And so luckily from that point on, I met great Japanese directors and animators. So Moriyama will always be a big deal to me because he was the first person to acknowledge, like, I'm so glad that somebody that loves my work is working on it. And he was the only thing he was concerned with originally. He said he wanted to know, do I just play Little Chrono or did I play Big and Little Chrono? And I said, yeah, I'm both. And he was like, oh, he was so worried that they were going to get 2 different actors for that. So he was the first person that ever said thank you for loving what I do. And then after that, I met just a string of really awesome Japanese guests. Osamu Kobayashi, who directed Beck, who is so awesome and so ridiculously cool. Ugetsu Hakua, who is the character designer for Burst Angel, who he also, his wife, one of the questions I got to ask him was, you draw all of your women in pants that start here that stand like this. And I said, is that a theme? And he said, I love it. His wife is so cute. He goes, I like a woman with really strong hips. And his wife giggled. Like she was saying, like, I know he's dirty. It's very cute. She's his manager. So I think it's kind of cool, like I said. I think it's cool that Minikura draws hot guys. I think it's funny that he draws hot girls and his wife is totally like, yeah, he's a little bit like that. But, so I've had so much luck, and I've actually met some great J-Rock bands now. The guys from Move are super cool. Oh, God, who are the guys from, that did the opening for Naruto? Is it Flo? Is that their name?
Yeah.
Flo. They are the funniest, weirdest guys you'll ever hang out with. They're really fun. So I've had a lot of really good luck since then. So Moriyama will always be my favorite Japanese guest I've ever kind of held an audience with or hung out with because he's very cool. Yeah.
And he was your first good experience too. So.
Can you recite your favorite line from Ouran?
Oh, actually my favorite line hasn't come out yet. I can't spoil anything yet. Ouran's so new, I've only gotten to watch it a few times, so I'm trying to think of my favorite lines. Well, the funny thing is, Kaoru doesn't sound too much, different from... He sounds like kind of all the little soft-spoken Bishonen voice I played. Like, he sounds a lot like Satoshi, he sounds a lot like Kaoru. It's funny, he sounds like Kaoru from Evangelion, actually. Trying to think, my favorite lines from Kaoru, I couldn't even, look, they're standing up. I couldn't even remember them, but if you're a fan of the show, my absolute favorite episode to record is the one that Kaoru narrates, where you find out all about them as kids. And I can't remember those lines because they're so long. But, I cannot remember any. I'm gonna go watch it with everybody. I haven't already missed it, have I?
No.
When are they showing it?
6 o'clock.
Oh, crap. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to watch some of it with everybody. What I want to do is have a Ouran pajama party at some point. Where we all show up in our pajamas, and I'm gonna bring a big Usa-chan doll, and we'll all just sit on the floor and watch Ouran. But
Ouran Host Club?
Yes.
Yes.
Or as we call it, the Ouran High School Homo Club. Trying to think what my favorite, the ones that are so funny are the ones where Kaoru and Hikaru are going super gay. And I just think it's fun when anytime he's like, I don't know if I can do it because it's so soft, he's like when he's always about to cry. Those are my favorites. Plus, the guy that plays Kaoru, and now I'm going to tell a bad story on Todd Haberkorn. Todd Haberkorn is not real familiar with yaoi type concepts. So those moments in the show are very uncomfortable for Todd to watch. And he's like, well, I don't think they're gay. And I'm like, well, I don't think they're gay, but Kaoru is very gay. And I said, plus, I go, why does it bother you? I go, the minute they start touching each other, all these girls are going to start squealing. They didn't believe me. Well, we did the Ouran announcement at Anime Expo this year. And it was so funny because I need to use you as an example. We had to take lots of pictures together. Well, so the twins were always paired up, and he's like, well, so the funniest part was, at one point they gave us roses, and we were all in the host club jackets, so we did this thing where we were all lined up with the roses. Well, they took one of Todd and I, because Todd's a good 1.5 taller than me. And so I took my rose and I kind of did like this. Oh my! I had my rose and I was just kind of like this, like smelling it. And Todd had his head on top of mine, so it was just this, twin totem pole. And I'm like this, like looking up, and I didn't realize he was gonna do it. Todd leaned down and kissed me on the cheek. Oh. The funny thing is, this girl that was sitting about as far away from me as him went, but I think the funniest part was hearing Todd's reaction to her. Because I mean, she sounded like someone stuck her with a knife. She was like, I was like, welcome to a Bishonen show. He was like, that was weird. Where are you? I go, oh, they love how you get to me. And it shocked me because he was originally like, I don't know about this character. But the cool thing about Todd and I is when we first started working on the show, it's one of those things, Todd and I both have very odd sounding voices. We have very unique voices. So we don't think the two of us sound alike at all. And we really don't sound alike. But we have really similar qualities in our voice. And as the show went along, we got really good at impersonating each other. And there was one episode that I'm not going to spoil for anybody where we have to impersonate each other. And it was funny because what they did for us to do that is they had me record the line, and then they had Todd do his impersonation of me doing that same line. So if we sound good at the beginning of the show, as far as talking at the same time, by the end of the show, we're like one unit. I mean, we really did get good at talking at the same time and cutting off at the same time, which is kind of hard because we don't record together. We always record individually, which is really weird. But I have to say, Ouran is a really funny experience because it's one of the first shows that I'm enjoying more now that it's over than I did when I was recording it, because we recorded that show so fast and so furiously that I really didn't even get to see what was going on in the show. Like, I knew what was going on with my character and that's it, like mine and Todd's character. So, like, when people were like, did you love working on Ouran? I was like, no, I'm kind of confused. I don't really know what's going on in the story. So now that it's over and I'm getting to watch it, I love it because I'm finally, and I didn't watch it illegally, so like I'm getting to watch it for the very first time now. So people always ask me, they're like, do you really go into the video rooms and watch it at cons? I'm like, yeah. I feel like a goober watching it at my house by myself. Like, I'm going to watch my show, So I enjoy it, and I think it's funny. I love to listen to people get squealy over the show, especially, oh my God, Lucy Christian is so nauseatingly cute and funny. Oh, she got a toothache